Hello everyone, welcome back to this new video. In this video, we are going to learn about Unit 4 that says decision making. We already did learn about Unit 1, 2, 3, and 3. So, in Unit 1, we understand about management. Then we are going to quickly recap Unit 1, 2, 3, and then we will move to the Unit 4. Just a second, guys. Sorry for that. Uh, yeah. So we are going to quickly recap Unit 1, 2, 3, and then we will move to Unit 4. Unit 4 is decision making. So let's go. So first we learned about management in Unit 1, the meaning of management that we all know. That management is in, I'm not going to deep into it, we learned about the meaning, we learned about its importance, we learned about the characteristics of management, why it is important, and that in topic 3 we learned about levels of management, that there are three levels there who are included in it, functions and skills and example. Then in topic 4 we understand about what are the top functions of planning. Then in topic 5 we understand about the Henry Fayol principles. Then why management has been called as management is a science, art and profession in topic 6. Then topic 7 we talk about what are the managerial roles like interpersonal. I remember IID we talk about, so interpersonal, informational, and decisional. So, and managerial skills like technical, human, and conceptual skills, and how it is been doing it at different levels of management, how it is been performing at different levels of management. Then in topic 9, we learned about coordination, and then in topic 10, we learned about what are the newest and emerging trends in management. So that is all about in Unit 1, what we have learned. In Unit 2, we learned about planning. So first we learn about why planning is necessary, then its simple definition of planning, then its key features of planning, then what a planning process, like there are 7 step process which we learn, not just 7 steps, sorry, it's around 13 step process, but around major 7 steps are very core, I would say. Then there are advantages and limitations of planning. Then there is one case study where we need to apply that uh, top 7 process of planning. So objective, premise, alternative, evaluation, selection, implementation, and review. This is what I am talking about, the top 7 process. So in Unit 3, we learned about why we learned basically talk about MBO, which is management by objective. So it is basically when a manager and an employee sit together on a table and decides what is going to be, how planning is going to be evolved and what should be the next objective, and talks about planning and all those strategy building things. So that is under MBO, which is management by organization. So let's deep dive into it. It's first of all its features, then its definition, then its features. Then after the features, we talk about MBO process. Like there are top 6 steps here, and how it is benefits for the organization or a firm, and its limitation as well. Then we talk about types of planning, that there are three basic types: strategic planning, tactical planning, and operational planning. Then how strategies and policies are being used to inform it, what is the place of strategies and policies in planning. So we discuss about that as well. Then we talk about the case studies. Then we are going to start with the Unit 4 decision making. So that was our quick recap till now. Now moving to the decision making. So let's start. So decision making, as the name suggests, it is a very important function. So quick summary: why decision making matters in corporate life. Every managerial every managerial role begins and ends with decision making. Builds logic, structured problem solving ability, teaches how to balance data, intuition and risk, converts planning into real action, Improves teamwork and leadership through better reasoning, helps you think like a manager, strategic, confident, and analytical. Basically, these are some of the reasons why we need to study this topic. Now, moving to the topic first of this unit, that is the meaning and nature of decision making. So, first of all, let's understand its meaning. Decision making is the process of choosing the best possible course of action from several alternatives to achieve a desired goal. In simple words, it's about choosing wisely when you have options. Example, a marketing manager has 10 lakhs. Should he use it for social media ads, influencer marketing, or offline ads? He will analyze the data and compare pros and cons and then decide. That's decision making. Basically, this is very important. It's a basic, a core concept before taking any decision. That is what decision making is about, all about. So, now understand the nature and characteristics of decision making. It is a continuous process. See, in terms of you, I don't know about you guys, but I hopefully assume that you guys have noticed a pattern till now. That while when we talk about management, when we study its characteristics, it is similar to the same characteristics of planning, and it is similar to the same characteristics of decision making as well. So you don't need to revise or remember all such different things. Just remember it for once and you can copy and paste. Most of, not all I'm talking about, but most of them are common. Okay, so it is continuous process based on alternatives. Pervasive function. Pervasive function means it's done at every level. Intellectual and rational activity requires reasoning, logic, data analysis, and sometimes creativity. Dynamic uh, decisions make must change with the business environment, technology, competitors, or consumer trends. Next is commitment to action. A decision is a meaningful only when it's implemented. Now we are going to understand with a small example. Imagine you are managing a new product launch. Okay, so what you will do as a, I would say, decision making, what should be your course of action? You collect market research data, you identify three possible strategies, you evaluate cost, risk, and ROI. You choose one decision to execute and monitor. The entire process for thinking to doing it's what makes decision making the heartbeat of management. I'm going to made after completing this unit. I am going to maybe do unit 5 as well. Then after completing that, maybe in future I am going to come up with the only the process, like process of management, process of planning, and process of decision making. These three topics in one single video, so that I would say help you to understand why it is really how basically it helps you to differentiate each other, because that is very important in today's world. So moving to the topic 2, importance and limitations of decision making. Obviously, see, limitations are also much more or like same only in importance as well. So foundation of management function helps in achieving goals, efficient resource utilization, facilitates innovation, improves problem solving, boosts employees morale and confidence. Limitations, limited information, time constraints, human bias, uncertain uncertainty of outcome, resistance to change. Example, a company plans to launch an electric scooter. Management must decide should they price it 80,000 or 1,20,000. They analyze market data, consumer needs, and competitor moves. If they decide fast with partial information, risk increases. If the delay, opportunity is lost. That balance is the art of managerial decision making. Managerial insight. Decision making is not about always being right. It's about being rational, timely, and ready to adapt when outcomes change. Good managers take responsibility, not just decisions. We are now moving to the topic 3. It is about the decision making process. So listen it very carefully how it is to be done. First, identify the problem. Recognize the issue that needs a decision. Example, sales are dropping, employees are leaving. It can be anything. Now, second step, collect and analyze information. gather data, facts, insights to understand causes. Basically, to understand more about, find out the data around that problem. Then the third is develop alternatives. Find out what are the course of action that you can take. At least make three strategies to execute to solve that problem. Then evaluate which one is bad, like pros and cons for each. Compare on the basis of cost, risk, and outcomes of each option. Then on step 5, you can select the best alternative. Choose the most feasible, goal-oriented, and least risky option. Then in step 6, implement the decision by choosing one which you think that would be much best option, best plan. Go with that and implement that decision. Put the chosen plan into action through resources and communication. Then evaluate result. How will you do that? Review your performance. Did the decision achieve desired result? If not, modify or rethink the plan. Example, a restaurant faces falling customer satisfaction. So how will you do it? First, you need to identify that, okay, customers are not satisfied in here. So find out the data, why they are not satisfied, what are the particular areas, find out the customer insights that you have. Kitchen understaffed during weekends. Let's say you that is one of the reason that you find kitchens. Basically, they are understaffed. You need to hire some people. So make at least three plans. How will you solve it? Hire more chefs, introduce pre-prep meals, or limit menu. These are the three ways to execute it. So now evaluate it. What if the option A pros and cons, option B pros and cons, option C pros and cons? Hiring add costs, pre-prep saves time, things like that. Choose, implement pre-prep system. Let's say you adopt this system pre-prep. So implement it and then execute it uh, by train staff, recognize workflow, execute it. Then after execution, you should take a review of it, like by asking customer ratings improve or not, things like that. So that is how a decision making has to be done. I hope that it is now clear why and how important this chapter is. So next is managerial insight. Great managers follow process or plus intuition. They use data or logic and experience for wisdom. That's where real leadership shows. Okay, now moving to the topic 4, programmed and non-programmed decisions. So basically, I know that you have no idea about this, so let's find out what it is. Program decisions are repetitive and well structured. Basically, a decision that you have to take on daily basis that come under program decisions. Follow established rules or policies. Pricing made at a lower or middle levels. Aim efficiency and consistency. For example, approving regular employees' leaves. It is a regular task. Reordering stock when inventory drops. It is a program decisions. Whereas now moving to the non-program decisions, it is like vice versa to it. New, unusual, or complex situations has come into play. So here, no predefined procedure is mentioned. So made of top level management comes into play and take decisions and actions based on that. So that is come under non-program decisions. Example, deciding to enter a foreign market or merge with any other company, unique and strategic decisions comes under that. So, let's say there is one more managerial insight. Balance is the key. You should not be completely depend on any particular. Let's say an organization is completely depend only on program decisions. That is not a good scenario. Whereas if organization is completely depend on non-programmed decision, that is also not a good scenario. So what is the good scenario? It is about the balance of mix and match of both. That would be a good scenario. So now moving to the top fifth topic where decision making under certainty, uncertainty and risk. How decision makings are being performed under these three conditions. For example, let's start with the first one. Decision under certainty. Complete information is available. Results of each options are known. Risk zero. Example, a company's knows supplier A gives 10% on bulk risk orders. Choosing A ensures known as savings. Decision 2. Under risk.
Probable outcomes, known, not guaranteed. Basically, the outcomes are not guaranteed. Managers use data, past records, or probability. Example: a firm invests in new ad, 70% of the chance of higher sales, 30% of the chance of no change. That is a type of risk that they are taking. Decisions under uncertainty. No data or past experience are available. Outcomes and probabilities are unknown. Based on situation and judgment. Uh, Launching a completely new product in foreign market without prior research. That is what comes under uncertainty. What is the managerial insight in here? The higher you go in the market, the more uncertain decisions become. Good leaders are those who can stay calm in uncertainty and make rational moves even with limited information. Now, topic 6, case study. It is about understanding through example. Let's discuss this example very carefully. Example case study. Decision making action. Situation. A smartphone company sees declining market share. Market management must decide whether to launch a budget phone, increase ad spend, or partner with an e-commerce platform. We understand the problem. There are three alternative solutions to it, strategies, or basically we collected data as well. That why the I would say the what's the second step? Yeah, uh, just a second, guys. Yeah, based on alternatives. No, not that. Okay. Identify the problem, collect and analyze information. Okay. So here the second step is missing. We need to find why our sales are decreasing. Find out the information around it. Then these are the three best alternatives. And we move to the okay, here is the process. Identify sales dropping due to new competitors. Analyze. Competitor survey show price sensitivity. Develop alternatives, low cost phone, more marketing or partnership. Evaluate. Budget phone give long term value and ads give short term boost. Decide. Launch budget phone. Implement. New model release within 3 months. Review. Sales rise 15%. Brand image improves. Managerial insight. Decision making is the bridge between thinking and doing. Every great company succeeds because its leaders make timely and logically and adaptable decisions. That is all what we have discussed in this unit 4. And quickly we can see the number of images that we have. The first image is this. The second image is talking about the decision making process, which again I am just mentioning it again. It is very, very important. So identify the problem, find out the data around that problem, why basically the insights. And third is develop alternative, then evaluate that alternatives, select the best option, implement the decision, and review. That is what it's all about. The next image is about program decision, which is like regular decisions. Uh, then non-program decisions are those which are just a second, guys. What happened? What happened? Okay, decisions making. Yeah. Next image is this: certainty, risk, uncertainty. I think one image is missing. No? Okay, let's not get into that. I hope this is clear. So I will definitely come with another video in which we are going to discuss about Unit 5 as well. Quickly, I would say. So till that time, see you. Thank you for watching this video till the end. I hope that I did add in value and may your test goes really well. Thank you. Bye.